how do you make 6 figures a year with content creation and social media management? If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen this video right here where I basically broke down how many clients and how much they need to pay you for you to make 6 figures a year with this type of business. And if you're completely new, what I mean is that you would find a business owner, you would create content for their social media page and you would post that content for them and manage their social media page. Pretty basic stuff. And instead of having just one client, you would aim to have maybe 8 to 10 clients paying you roughly $1,000 each per month, and that will bring you to 6 figures per year. So I'm gonna break that down for you. We're gonna get into how much you can charge for these services in this current marketplace. I'm gonna break down how much time this will actually take you per day to serve your clients and make sure they're happy so they keep paying you. And I'm also gonna touch on the things that you can do then to scale past this point. Okay, let's start off with how much you can charge. As I mentioned, ideally you have 8 to 10 clients paying you roughly $1,000 each per month. It's a pretty good place to be, because let's just say you have 10 clients, you're making 10K per month. Your revenue is spread across 10 different businesses, which is actually a good thing, because if one client tells you, look, we don't need you anymore, we just hired a full-time social media person, it's not going to hit you too hard, right? You're going to drop by 1K down to 9K, and you can very easily sign an extra couple, maybe 2 to 3 clients per month. I have students that I work with that continually sign 2 to 3 or even 4 clients per month routinely every single month. So if you do the maths there, if you lose 1 client but sign 3, you're going to be in a very good position to scale. Now, from my vastly experience over the last few years offering this type of service, I have charged a lot more money and a lot less money. The most I've ever charged for this type of service is $3,000 per month to 1 client, and the lowest amount we've ever charged is probably like $200 or $300 a month for just content creation, where we would create content for a brand, we wouldn't post it for them, and they would do whatever they needed to do with that content. We just create it, send it to them, and we're good. But the average is definitely between 500 to about 1.2K per month. And some of you might recall my first ever client was for content creation and social media management in my agency, which was $1,200 per month. So that was a pretty good price point for us, but looking back, we actually undercharged based on the amount of work that we were doing. And how you go about pricing this type of service is, first you have to get just really logical, right? Like, how much content are you going to create for the business? Is it 10 pieces of content? Is it 30 pieces? Is it 60 pieces? Of course, the more you create, the more you're going to charge. The second thing you need to look at is how long is it going to take to manage their page each day, right? If you're working with a brand new business, to manage their social media page won't take you too long. Why? Because they won't have many comments or DMs coming in each day that you have to respond to. Whereas if you work with a page that has 100K followers, you're gonna have to do a whole lot more work, for sure. So those are 2 main factors that you wanna look at when you're pricing this service. So how much time per day does it take you to serve these clients? From my experience, I have found that you will need to spend about 30 to 60 minutes per day per client. Now, I'm assuming that you are doing all the work yourself. So you are what we call a freelancer. You don't have any team members. You're doing it all yourself. So 30 to 60 minutes a day is realistic. Maybe 20 minutes to create a piece of content, another couple of minutes to post that piece of content, and an extra maybe 10 to 30 minutes a day managing their social media page, plus communicating with the client. So if you do the maths, if you have 10 clients, this should take you about 5 hours to 10 hours per day, which is actually quite a lot. And this is why you should ideally look to outsource some of this work, right? Being a freelancer is great, you get lots of money, you don't have to pay anyone, all your revenue is profit, but it's not scalable and you will burn yourself out, because I certainly did. So if you are now to transition to the agency model, you won't have to spend much time on each client each day. You will have to spend time communicating with your team, but I can guarantee you that that really should not take you more than maybe 5 to 10 minutes per client per day. And if you do this correctly, you should be able to find someone that can create content, someone that can post the content and manage the social media page, all within 30% of what the business is paying you. So if they're paying you $1,000 per month, you should be able to find those people and get that outsourced for about $300 a month. There are times where it'll go up and you pay $400, and times where it goes down and you pay $200. So evenly balanced out, it should be about 70% profit margins. I personally think this is one of the best services, these 2 things combined, content and social media management, when you're starting off in the social media marketing agency industry. Many people want to jump straight to a service such as Facebook ads, which can show your client a direct return on their investment and the money they spend each month. And that sounds great, but it's actually a lot harder than it sounds. Really, really difficult to learn those types of skills. Of course, you can outsource the work, but one of the biggest issue that people face when they want to do Facebook ads for their first few clients is that they have to charge a lot more money than the person who's doing content and social media. All right, super basic example. Let's just imagine you're doing $1,000 a month for content and social. That's the only money the business pays you. 1,000, that's it. There's no extra hidden fees. Now, let's say you also charge 1,000 for Facebook ads. So you get paid 1,000, but now you have to run the ads. Ads are not free. You have to put money behind the ads. So if they're spending 1,000 with you, they should at least match that and spend 1,000 on the ads, but ideally you want them to spend more, because the more money they put for the ads, the more budget you have, the more you can test, and the more money you can make them. So ideally they want to be spending maybe an extra 2k a month on the ads. If you do the numbers, that's actually 3k per month that they're spending. So although it's a service that will show a direct return on investment, flaw number one is you can only show them a direct return on investment if you get them a direct return on investment, and you cannot guarantee that with every client because their business just might not be good. Like their website might be slow and ads may not convert very well for them. The second point, as I just mentioned, is the pricing. So you're actually charging them 3,000 a month, but you're only taking 1,000. You take a business and you say, hey, you can pay us 3,000 a month and we hope to give you a return on investment, or you can pay us 1,000 per month and we'll create tons of assets that you can use in your social media, in your email campaigns, and on your blog and your website. And we'll also manage your social media page, responding to people and really just maintaining your brand, but also getting new eyeballs to your content. And the return on investment with social media can be tracked, but it's also more of a long-term play. So I've had clients in the past that didn't even want a return. They just wanted to make sure that they were putting a decent effort into social media for minimum 6 to 9 months. And this is why many of the students that I work with do see crazy good results offering social and content to their first few clients. In fact, my student success manager, he currently does about $17,000 per month in his agency. And what he does is very, very unique. He sells his clients $997 a month for content and social media management. He does that for 3 months, and once the 3 months are up, he continues that service and upsells them onto Facebook ads. So now he can charge a lot more money per client. He can charge maybe $997 for the base package, plus upsell them for an extra $997, bringing him close to 2k per month per client. Or they can just swap from social to ads if they really want to. So that helps him retain clients longer, charge higher retainers, and make more money in the long term. That way, if he speaks to a prospect and they're like, we want to do ads, he can very effectively explain to them, yeah, cool, we can do ads, but we're first going to do your social for 3 months, because if that's not in a good position, your ads are not going to work, right? We need to fix that first, then we'll run your ads. So it's very, very creative, and it works really well for both the business and for him. And if you would like to work with me and my student success manager, feel free to click the link below, join our mentorship group, and you'll receive weekly live coaching from him and myself, plus daily one-to-one support and coaching every single day. Appreciate you watching the video. Hope you got some value, and I'll see you soon.